Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion Part 2. As always, my name is Eckohour, and I will be the disembodied voice hosting this Let's Play. So, let's just jump right into it, right? When we last left off, we had two fleets out there. We had one small fleet engaging over here,
Got a job for me?
which has already taken one loss.
How can I be of service?
Let's go ahead and build a fighter to help this fight out a little bit. Over here,
Scouts have found a
we've got our
colonizable
four
planet.
ships. Looks like they all made it through, and they're going to go ahead and handle this Krosov siege frigate.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Let's go ahead and build a colony frigate so we can expand our colonization assets even more. Alright, so over here we only have one crystal asteroid, so we'll go ahead and expand a little bit more. So, what I wanted to talk about this game was just kind of the plot of Sins of a Solar Empire. If you will notice, there's not really a dedicated single-player campaign in this. It's similar to Civilization in that. I mean, I guess Civilization has its scenarios, but Civilization, the base game, doesn't exactly have a central plot. This game is similar. There is a backdrop for how this is all happening. I'll go into it a little bit now. So basically what you had was the Trade Order, which was sort of this United Nations, it was an economic United Nations in space. And it was all human planets. And all the human planets were kind of part of this trade order in one way or another. There were limited laws, there wasn't really a military organization. As a matter of fact, military didn't exist at the time. Military had kind of been phased out because economics and ruthless capitalism had kind of taken the place of military campaigns. Now there were still the issues of pirates, and so there'd be limited security forces, but for the most part, you never really had wars. Then, out of the blue, the Vasari, the alien faction, showed up. Now, the story behind the Vasari is that thousands of years ago, they were a massive spacefaring empire until suddenly this mysterious just dark force showed up and started wiping out their colonies, or at least they assumed they were starting to wipe out their colonies. And so the most furthest reaches of that empire decided that it was best to just give up and start running, which is what they did. They started running, and they would jump from system to system, galaxy to galaxy, harvesting resources on the go to try and escape this force, which was following them. They would leave beacons behind, and this beacon would disappear behind the veil of this force. So finally, the Vasari encounter the Trade Order, and they see the Trade Order as an obstacle, really, something in the way of their survival. So, like, what they would start to do is they would start immediately attacking the poorly defended at the time Trade Order to try and harvest all the resources they could from the planet and move on. While the Trade Order saw it as an invasion, an alien invasion, an invasion they weren't prepared for. So they formed the Trader Emergency Coalition, kind of like NATO, where some of the various planets of the Trade Order ceded their authority to this coalition, to this military coalition, to try and beat back the aliens. As a matter of fact, it was actually successful. They started to beat back the aliens. The Vasari started to lose until the Advent showed up. Now, early on in the Trade Order history, there was a planet whose colonists, this planet was a part of the Trade Order, whose colonists were experimenting with cybernetic implants and various sort of pseudo-religious psychic abilities. And the Trade Order, when it caught news of this, really saw it as kind of an abomination. And so it was highly condemned, and the Trade Order passed a resolution banishing these people away from Trade Order space. Rather than executing them, they just kicked them out, assuming that they would just die without the support of any sort of trade or anything. So it was a way of getting rid of them. Well, as a matter of fact, the Advent actually lived, and their civilization blossomed out in dead space, and they started making their own nation. And hundreds of years later, now they're back, and they want revenge on the TEC. So the Trader Emergency Coalition is kind of trapped between this two-front war between the Visari and the Advent. Now, the Visari and the Advent are also hostile with one another, because the Advent are seen by the Visari as just kind of an obstacle in the way of their escape, and the Advent obviously just don't want to be attacked, so they fight back against the Visari as well. So that's kind of just to bring you up to speed. There's a little bit of backstory behind these various factions. I won't go into it right now, so let me just try and bring you up to speed as to what I'm trying to do. Sending my fleet right now. I've joined my fleets together into a larger group.
What now?
Gonna try and make a big play. I'm gonna try and grab that Terran planet. I'm saving this ice planet for later. That ice planet will always be there behind me. I see it as better to expand out first and then work my way back in. Let's double check. Yeah, our asteroid is losing us money. Let's go ahead and get that. So my strategy is, I see, what do we have up here?
Research complete.
Looks like, let's go to our diplomacy menu.
All hands, prepare for phase
So
jump.
we have the Advent to the north up here on our system. It sounds like we also have the Advent to the south, so this is not good for us. Advent usually as a rule, yes, the Advent. Advent everywhere. Usually as a rule, the Advent do not like the TEC, and you'll see here that my relationship with them is heavily in the negative. Now there's also the Trade Coalition, which we haven't discovered. These other factions which we haven't discovered.
Intel reports an impending pirate raid.
They might be over here. One of them might be over here. We don't know. So let's go ahead and build some scouts. Heck, let's build 5. Try and expand. Alright, so let's go ahead and zoom in over here and see how this combat is going. I sent 10, still have 10.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
And it looks like they might win it. Now they have 2 Kodiak cruisers. Now these are the larger, second tier largest ships. There we have frigates, cruisers, and capital ships. Now there's a few kind of exceptions to that, but I'm not going to go into that right now.
Find it.
The cruisers, typically as a rule, are going to have more health, do a little bit more damage, are a little more diversified than the frigates, so that might be a tough fight, but I think we'll win it.
It's out there.
Just through strength of the capital ship. Let's go ahead and start building some things. Now we've built 2 civic research stations.
Scouts have found a
I'm going to go ahead and invest 1 into our orbital commerce. That'll give us access to trade stations. Trade stations offer huge bonuses in credit income, which is especially for the TEC. The TEC are all about trade. They gain the biggest yields from trade. So that is something we're going to want. Here we go. We've discovered the last race here, and it is typically there's going to be 4 in a system. And it is going to be who is it? The Aluxian Resurgence. I think faction relations. Yep, I think they're rebels. So we're loyalists, they're rebels. They're going to have a bit of a hostility toward us, but because we're humans, we're going to be a little bit closer than we might have with the Advent. So let's get our scout fleet to start scouting. We're going to want to maybe grab this planet down here. Oh, definitely. Oh, who are these pirates coming for?
Preparing for phase.
Oh no. Alright, so pirates, I haven't talked about them yet. So, occasionally in the game, when this little bar reaches the end, I completely missed that.
Give the order.
Occasionally when that bar reaches the end, there's kind of a bidding war on a target for a faction. As a matter of fact, let's bring you back.
Yes, Commander.
And we'll start building some defensive platforms here. There are pirates in the game. Now the pirates act as kind of a bounty hunter. As the game goes on, they get larger and larger fleets, which after a certain amount of time, whoever is the highest bid upon opponent. Now you see I can put credits right here on the Prophets of Zay. Whoever has the highest bounty on their head, the pirates are going to go and attack. They are never big enough to inflict severe damage. They usually will harass shipping lanes, which we don't have any right now, and they'll attack various logistic structures. But are they going to stay here? No, it looks like they might even go around. Nope, they're going to fight there. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and try and hurriedly build some of these defensive platforms and fight back against them. And to support that, let's go ahead and down here we will build a military lab.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
We're still fighting for the Terran planet. There's only one cruiser left, and we only took 3 casualties. That's good. So we got it. Let's go ahead and take that.
Found a colonizable planet.
Put a point in there, and we'll build a trade hub here. Is that the furthest we want to expand? Let's take the dwarf planet.
How can I be of service?
Be gutsy.
We're underway.
All right, we're gonna send our fleet there. Well, hopefully,
planet development finished.
This will be able to handle the pirate fleet. It might be dicey. You might have to bring our ships back. Alright, good. So this volcanic planet doesn't connect to the Rollus Solbare, and we have a nice pirate facility blocking them from it. Pirates... The pirate base has a lot of stuff there. It's going to have a considerably large fleet, and as you can see here, 19 orbital defense platforms, a lot of minefields, hangar defense, repair platforms. They're tough nuts to crack. Later in the game, you could take them with some heavy casualties, but right now it'd be impossible. Yeah, this is not something we may be able to win. But fortunately, they didn't bring any planet bombarding ships with them. So I think...
Where do you need me?
Let's go ahead and finish this guy off before we move on. I think we might be okay holding them off there for a little while. Let's build a... We can't yet. Let's invest a point in logistics. We don't have enough metal. Let's buy some. So up here is kind of a black market, or a market I should say. With this we can buy metal with credits, sell it for credits, buy crystal for credits, sell it for credits. As you can see, our metal income, crystal income, isn't all that great. I've been spending too much time showing off this game and not enough time actually playing it. So, but you know what? I'm trying to keep this entertaining for you guys. That's why I kept it normal instead of being harder. I think I could actually take on the harder difficulties, but I wanted to make this as entertaining as possible for everyone. So, this is my first LP, so it's easy to be distracted while I talk. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sneak my colony frigate around while they're busy fighting my defense platforms. Sneak it around and try and take that planet. See if there's any other good military repair platform. We're gonna want that. And it's a defensive structure. Anything else here? We don't really have enough money. Oh no, we're losing money. Oh, because of the pirates. So pirates have a little ability where, and this is the other reason why they hurt. While they're raiding your planets, if they destroy something, they get some gold for it. Kind of stinks. So we're gonna be suffering a hurt casualty or a hurt economy because of that. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention.
Structure complete.
There's a good possibility, our scouts haven't gotten up there, there's a good possibility that the Prophets of Zay have already taken this dwarf planet. If that's the case, then we're going to have to make this Terran planet a defense world. If not, the Terran planet is going to be a source of significant credits based off of trade, just from and taxes alone. So if we can make this the defense world and avoid this kind of becoming a point of contention, that would be great. We'd still have a bit of a struggle with this wormhole, but I think we can eventually drop a starbase there and we should be okay. It looks like the scout are going to be there, so we can base our decision around this. If they've already taken it, I'm not going to make a push for it. We don't really have the ability to take a planet from them yet. No, they haven't. But they did wipe out the defenders there, so this is perfect. They sent in a fleet to take these guys out, but they didn't send in a colony frigate yet, kind of like what we did with the volcanic planet here. So
ready for orders.
We're going to go ahead and jump right in there and take advantage of that. We still got these guys. It's going to be rough. We're going to have to call them back once we get this planet.
What now?
As a matter of fact,
additional credits required.
6. We're going to get 6. Sell some crystal. Man, we lost a bunch. Let's build a defense platform.
Additional credits required.
Enough credits. Come on, credits.
No, duty.
Because of the darn pirates. Those guys, they're gonna.
Structure complete.
They might have to be the first to go. Once we get a large enough fleet, we might have to crack that nut, which we would if we want to not go the long way. I'm gonna try and make allies with the Luxing Resurgence, even though they're rebels, rebel scum. You know, we're humans. We gotta all be in this fight together. See, they almost took it from us. This is the Advent colonization vessel. Other than the capital ship, there is one colonization frigate that you can send out, but we're gonna kill them, and that will definitely hurt our relation with the prophets of Zay. But you know, they attacked us, and they're also heathen abominations that we just don't like them. So we took it.
Additional credits required.
We are losing gold from our volcanic planet. That stinks. We can get this if we sell one of these and one of these. All right, let's go ahead and do that.
What now?
Bring our planet back to help defend.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, they're attacking the dead asteroid, which of all of our planets is the least economically viable right now. The rest of them
structure complete.
All have metal credits, well, except for the volcanic planet because we haven't upgraded yet. But so this is ideal for us. They're kind of attacking what it would essentially be a worthless planet for us right now because we've expanded beyond it. So we can't build any structures here like civic labs or military labs. All we can build is defensive structures. So this is advantageous to us to have
planet development finished.
Have them attacking it. But we're going to go ahead and pull our fleet back, build some basic defensive structures over here once we get enough money. We're making 13 credits per turn. That is not that good for TC this early on. We got to be getting more credits. Maybe, let's send this fleet to grab this on the way instead. I'm focusing on expansion, and I'm letting this poor asteroid just get its butt just kicked. They've still got a good bit of
structure complete.
Put a little more credits in there. Those jerks. So the nice thing about the bounty system for the pirates is it doesn't tell you who was putting the bounty on you. So you could be peacefully offering a olive branch to a faction while at the same time kind of underhandedly stymieing them with pirate attack. This early on, as you can see, a pirate attack is rough, man. That's a lot of ships to deal with.
Phase jump complete.
And there, almost got my repair platform. Jeez, that's rough. I was not expecting. I'm putting a lot of. This is actually working out for the AI's favor because I'm putting a lot of credits into holding these guys here. Once they're done here, because if they destroyed all these planets or all these platforms, there'd be nothing else for them to fight because these ships cannot bombard the asteroid itself. So because there'd be no more targets, they'll move on to the next planet, which would likely either be my capital or this asteroid here, neither of which are equipped to handle that right now. I would rather them stay there. So we're going to keep it that way.
Structure complete.
Can we build a trade platform?
Prepare
yes,
for
we
phase
did.
jump.
Right, let's build one up here. Can't yet. build one of these. Still can't. We need credits. Not going to have enough. Alright, we'll wait on that.
Our fleet is under attack.
I'm usually used to playing on a faster pace income. But because, again, because I'm doing the LP, I wanted to kind of keep everything vanilla, keep everything the pace it was meant to be, so we're going to be playing at a normal pace, which means this game is going to be slower than I'm used to. By now, I would have probably had all this stuff, would have had all the income. But, you know what, that's okay. Where are they going? Like, falling back? They had their way with me, and now they're moving on. Or it might be... Did a trade ship jump in?
Planet
I didn't build a trade
finished.
vessel over here, did I? No, okay.
A new colony has been founded.
Yep, took a colony. That's good. That's another defensive platform that we can use. Still losing... I keep forgetting about investing in the tech over here. Let's do that. Stop losing credits from it. So, we've expanded a good bit here, actually. We've taken here and here. These are going to be our primary defensive positions. Like I said before, we're not going to need to worry too much about defending this planet and this planet here once we take it because of the pirate vessel in the way. But we're going to want the pirates to attack these guys. So let's take a moment here. Stop focusing on building. Are these guys attacking? No, they're moving on. They're getting ready for the next pirate raid. So we want these guys to be attacked. Let's see, with the pirate. Nothing. Okay. So... these are going to be our biggest competitor right now. They're the only ones we're going to be directly bordering once they take this ice planet. The Alexian Resurgence might eventually reach... Ooh. No, see, the Alexian Resurgence is kind of who we want to keep strong so that they can be a good ally for us. We're not bordering them with them yet. And as long as this pirate base is here, we're going to be okay with... these guys. They're not really going to be an issue unless they fly through the gauntlet here at the pirate base, which is entirely possible, but I think we'd be okay. So we're going to have to focus on building up defenses here. The rest of the planets we can focus on building up culture and trade, which would be great things for us.
What now?
So let's, as a matter of fact, bring our fleet back and we'll take this other volcanic planet.
We're underway.
We're going to have a lot of metal this game. We'll build a trade station here.
Structure complete.
As you can see, we're already making a good bit of credits, about 2.6 per turn off of our various trade stations. Sell some more to get another trade. Ruthless capitalism. That's what we want here at the trade order or trader emergency coalition. We just want ruthless capitalism. Screw Obama and all the socialists. We want money.
Structure complete.
That's what we want. Ooh, uh-oh. Where are you guys going? No.
Ahead slow.
almost sent them right through the pirate base. So we're going to have to go the long way around. That's alright. I'd rather them do that than fly through a hailstorm of Gauss rounds. We'll build one of these, and I'm really worried about this one. We got to focus on building up defensive platforms here.
Structure complete.
Let's put another point in that. That's what lost us all the credits.
No further profit in attacking
so,
Empire.
let's look at our threat diplomacy reports. Pirate raiders launched against the Prophet of Zay. Yep, good. Alright, so our heavy credits investment is paid off, and the pirates, as you can see, are now making their way towards the nearest Prophets of Zay planet to wreak havoc on it. So this is good news for us. Great news for us.
Structure complete.
This will give us some breathing room because we'll be forced to respond to that. Give us some time to build up our defenses. Ideally, we will build up to
Planet development finished.
One of
frigate factory required.
Oh, we can't build one yet, but ideally we'll build up to one of these puppies, the Rolaw's Heavy Constructor. Now, it may look like a frigate. Really, this is a glorified construction vehicle. We'll send it to a planet of our choosing, and what it will deploy into is one of these guys. It's going to be a defensive fortress known as a starbase. Starbases make the defense of a planet almost impenetrable in the early game. Eventually you'll be able to get a cruiser that can destroy structures with ease. You'll need a few of those to take on any starbase. And when that happens, we'll be in some dire straits. But for the time being, in the early game, a starbase will basically lock a planet down for you. It'll make it impossible for anyone to take.
Structure complete.
So we're expanding on. Yeah, I think we're set. I think we're good. Anyway, I think that's about going to bring us to the end here. I want to thank you all guys for watching, and stay tuned for part 3.